Feel the weight of your body settling into this present moment. Notice the points of contact where you meet the surface beneath you. Let your awareness expand slowly, tracing the gentle rhythm of your breath as it moves in and out, like a soft tide brushing along the shore. Observe the thoughts that arise, the emotions that surface, without judgment. Each fleeting impression is a signal from the body and nervous system, echoes of experiences that have shaped you. These traces of memory, especially those charged with strong emotion, leave biochemical footprints. The heart quickens, muscles tighten, the mind responds as if reliving what once was. Our biology is astonishing in its capacity to preserve these moments, yet often it keeps us tethered to patterns that no longer serve our highest potential. Within this intricate tapestry of memory and emotion lies an invitation, an opportunity to shift. Every belief, every habitual reaction originates from past experiences, moments frozen in time that guide perception and influence decisions. By midlife, research suggests up to 95% of our behavior is influenced by subconscious patterns. We move through life replaying old chemistry, repeating behaviors rooted in the past. And yet here lies a profound truth. Transformation is not about erasing memory, but releasing its emotional hold. When freed from reactive charge, memory becomes wisdom, a compass that guides rather than a chain that confines. By letting go of fear, resentment, and pain, we reclaim energy once trapped, transforming it into vitality, creativity, and love. The heart becomes the center of this transformation. More than a pump, it is a source of intelligence and coherence. When we turn attention inward, slow the breath, and invite feelings of gratitude, love, and appreciation, a subtle alchemy begins. The heart's coherent electromagnetic rhythm communicates with the brain, signaling that survival is no longer the primary priority. The amygdala softens its vigilant watch, and the mind opens into receptivity and creativity. In this space, imagination and insight become tools we can access at will. Through heart-centered awareness, we retrain the biology, not by erasing the past, but by reshaping how it lives in the body and informs the present, guiding the future toward possibility. Forgiveness is a doorway on this journey. True forgiveness does not mean condoning or forgetting, but consciously releasing the emotional weight of past experiences. Letting go of resentment, anger, and the need for retribution frees energy held tightly in the nervous system. This liberated energy becomes a resource for creation, connection, and purpose. Consider how often we remain tethered to moments that no longer serve us, while life continues around us. Choosing forgiveness allows us to reclaim our energy fully, creating space for love, abundance, and new experiences. In this act lies a quiet yet profound reshaping of the inner landscape, forming the foundation for transformation. Courage emerges as an essential companion. The mind and body naturally resist change. Survival emotions are chemically addictive, and the familiar patterns of pain feel strangely comforting. Recognizing this cycle is the first step toward liberation. To move beyond it requires deliberate choice, choosing love over fear, curiosity over reactivity, presence over autopilot. With each conscious step, the nervous system learns to find safety not in habitual patterns, but in creativity, exploration, and heart-centered alignment. Each act of courage strengthens resilience, reinforcing the possibility of a life guided by intention rather than reflex. The heart becomes a compass, gently guiding the mind and body toward expansive, aligned states. The breath serves as a bridge in this transformation. Each mindful inhale and exhale engages the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the body and opening the mind to higher awareness. Breath becomes a practice of liberation, a gentle way to step out of survival chemistry into the chemistry of creation. Through conscious breath and attention, neural pathways are reshaped, coherence deepens, and ordinary moments reveal themselves as opportunities for insight and renewal.
Life transforms from a series of reactions to a canvas for conscious creation, each moment imbued with potential for healing, discovery, and joy.
As awareness deepens, the interplay of heart, mind, and body becomes tangible. Gratitude generates warmth, love radiates light, and forgiveness cultivates spaciousness within. Each practice teaches the nervous system a new language, one of safety, connection, and possibility. Old patterns of fear and limitation gradually dissolve, allowing the body to become a partner in transformation, supporting the mind in envisioning and embodying new realities. This embodiment brings a palpable sense of presence, a recognition that life is not something merely endured, but co-created through intention, attention, and love. Imagine standing at the edge of a profound shift in your existence, a threshold where the familiar weight of your past can finally be set down. What if, in this very moment, you chose to release those burdens, to step fully into the embrace of love, and to allow your heart's wisdom to guide your thoughts instead of fear's limitations? Feel the warmth rising from your chest, spreading outward like a soft, golden light. Notice the slow, deep expansion of your breath and the effortless lightness that comes with surrendering what no longer serves you. Every thought you nurture, every feeling you allow, every conscious choice you make in this state has the ability to alter your biology, shift your emotions, and reshape the very reality around you. As your awareness deepens, see how the world becomes to transform. Creativity becomes second nature, joy feels like a constant companion, and love is no longer a distant dream, but a living, breathing presence in every heartbeat. This is your moment, your invitation to step forward. Inhale deeply, exhale with intention, and become the embodiment of a heart-centered, awakened life where every breath is an act of creation. Now, give yourself permission to truly arrive here. Feel the steady rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out, like gentle waves meeting a quiet shoreline under the first light of dawn. Let the pace of the world slow, just for now, and pay close attention to the subtle signals from your body. The reassuring weight in your chest, the soft pull across your shoulders, the quiet hum of thoughts weaving through your mind. Each sensation is a messenger, a whisper from within, carrying stories you may have held for years, stories carved into the very fabric of your cells, tissues, and memories. And still, in this sacred pause, ask yourself, what if this moment could be different? What if you could greet yourself here with openness, curiosity, and the gentle grace of self-compassion? This is where the journey begins, a journey of profound awareness, tender reflection, and the healing art of forgiveness. Here, science and soul meet, where neuroscience illuminates how each breath shapes your mind, and spirit reminds you that transformation begins from within. With each intentional breath, you are not just breathing, you are creating space for renewal, for healing, and for the fullest expression of who you truly are. As you settle into this awareness, begin to observe the patterns that have quietly guided your life. The brain is remarkable in its design. It records experiences with exquisite precision, particularly those charged with strong emotion. Pain, betrayal, anger, or fear are encoded into neural circuits, becoming familiar loops that the body and mind repeat automatically. Each recollection triggers a cascade of chemicals. Cortisol rises, adrenaline surges, and the nervous system shifts into vigilance. The heart may flutter, the breath may shorten, as if to protect you and as if to protect you from harm. Pause here. Feel the breath lengthening, the body softening. Could you imagine stepping beyond these habitual loops? Science shows us that these patterns are not fixed. They are fluid, and with conscious attention, they can be reshaped, softened, and gently released. Forgiveness. Let the word sink deeply into your awareness. It is not merely an abstract.
When we hold back forgiveness, our bodies quietly store the memory of that grievance, carrying it with a persistence that seeps into every part of us. The faint but constant hum of anger, resentment, or hurt keeps muscles clenched, raises blood pressure, and keeps the immune system in a state of guarded alert. The mind replays the same narrative again and again, attempting to rewrite a past that cannot be changed, while the chemistry of stress weaves itself into the fabric of our biology, shaping each cell. Pause for a moment, inhale deeply, and allow yourself to truly feel the truth of this. Holding on to old pain can create the illusion of self-protection, yet in reality, it chains us to the very thing we wish to escape. What if, instead, you chose to set it down, not to erase it from memory, not to excuse it, but to free your own heart from its grip? Imagine a soft release within your chest, a gentle untying of knots you didn't realize were there, the slow and rhythmic rise and fall of your breath, bringing a sense of space and openness. Notice how a delicate lightness begins to bloom, as if the air itself has grown warmer and more welcoming around you. To release old pain is to spark a profound transformation at the very level of your nervous system and biology. Forgiveness is not just a moral or emotional decision. It is a neurological act that reshapes the brain itself. In letting go, neural pathways linked to empathy, compassion, and emotional regulation grow stronger, while those wired to feed repetitive suffering begin to quiet. The heart moves into a state of coherence, its steady, harmonious rhythm sending signals of safety, trust, and balance to the brain. This alignment awakens the release of nature's own healing messengers: dopamine to reinforce the reward of release, serotonin to stabilize and uplift mood, oxytocin to nurture bonds and trust, and the body's own opioids to soothe pain and repair tissues. Imagine this life-giving current radiating from the center of your being, flowing into every cell, dissolving inflammation, restoring energy, and awakening the body's innate capacity for renewal. In this state, love replaces fear as the guiding force, shaping not just your thoughts but your chemistry, your health, and the way you see the world. This is not just an idea but a lived, embodied experience. One breath, one heartbeat, one.
Forgiveness is also a practice, an ongoing cultivation of presence and conscious choice. Each time discomfort arises, you can witness it, feel it, and decide to release its charge. Neuroplasticity, the brain's incredible ability to change with experience, reinforces this process. Circuits of blame thin, while pathways of compassion and understanding grow stronger. Begin with small moments, a few minutes each day to acknowledge hurt, breathe into it, and gently whisper inwardly, "I release this weight." Over time, the body learns trust, peace becomes more accessible, and the state of being once reserved for fleeting moments evolves into a steady, familiar foundation. How might your life shift if this practice were a daily rhythm, a sacred dialogue between heart and mind?